Hello guys, from Tricky Mind here again, and this video is about still the narcissistic personality disorder, but I wanted to go in details and explain the sad truth behind the narcissistic personality disorder, the causes, and also extra details on this matter. Yeah, narcissistic. I am beautiful. I am the best one. I look the best.
I'm so beautiful today. I look awesome.
Oh my god, I look like a god. I am outstanding. So, first thing, self-confidence. Self-confidence it's one of the main thing probably about narcissistic personality disorder, the NPD, because say narcissistic personality disorder, NPD. It depends on your parents. From my parents, I didn't have a lot of support. I actually had pretty much none in all the things that I wanted to do and I wanted to be. So your confidence go completely down, and your self-confidence it's completely zero pretty much. And therefore, when you grow up, you kind of, people with the NPD, they don't value other feelings or ideas and ignore others' needs. And it is in part true that I don't value other feelings, but it's not because I want to, it's not because I don't care. I do care about people I love, my friends and family members and my daughter and close ones, but it's not that I ignore their needs, but sometimes it's a self-defensive mechanism that is triggered by something that from others, and sometimes it's very difficult not to do it, but you just do it regardless, and it's really hurtful for others and for yourself as well, for myself. One other thing is that people with NPD sort of think that they know the only right way, that they are always right and whatever other people says is wrong and you are right. And I have to say, it is true in part as well, and I've been behaving like this for a while. But the thing is, being a narcissistic, from my point of view, from what I am, it's not as bad as the being narcissistic says, on Wikipedia or if you Google it, whatever. It's not as bad as it's described, because in my case, it's actually kind of funny. I'm a really funny guy. I like to be a comedian. Like, I do jokes. I'm making fun of myself, and so I always put it in a nice way, so it doesn't really offend people. But it is true that sometimes I do think that whatever I say is the right thing, and the other people are wrong. And unfortunately, it's a real pain in the butt, because people around you start to getting annoyed by it, and you're gonna be left alone pretty soon. Think about myself most of the time and talk about myself along. It is true as well. You don't let people talk too much and always talk about yourself, about myself. I'm gonna speak in first person, even though it is annoying, but it is the truth, unfortunately, in some cases. Always talk about myself and what I do, and not really let other people express themselves in any case. I'm actually really, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so craving to say things. I really want to say a lot of things about me, and sometimes it's not because I want to be I want to be given credits for something. It's just because I have a lot of things to say. Really, it's my personality. It's not because it's a personality disorder, and so sometimes it's frustrating because you think, oh my god, I'm talking too much. But actually, all my friends, they like it when I do tell my stories. I'm a storyteller. I'm a singer-songwriter, so I like to speak. I like to talk, to express myself, and I know sometimes it can be annoying for people that don't know you, but that's, it is what it is. Crave attention and admiration, exaggerate my talent and achievements. I don't tend to exaggerate or making things up. But it is true that I crave for attention and admiration because as a singer-songwriter performer, I like to be on stage and and have an audience in front of me. It's I think it's a nice thing. I do create my lyrics, from my experiences, and I give them back in a form of music, and you get something back from the audience. So I don't think it's a bad thing. It's I perform, I give something to people, and they thank me for that experience after I finish the gig or something like that. And about the talents and achievements, well, I do draw, I do drawings, I'm a chef, so I like to create, and of course I like to have some credits for my achievements. I think it's pretty. I'm ambitious. I'm a very ambitious person, so I think it's fair to be like this. It's not a flaw or a bad thing. Believing that I'm special and I'm setting unrealistic goals. Well, I do. I always believed that I'm special, but everyone is, right? Everyone is special in whatever you think you are special. I always thought that I was special, that I was born for something special. Um, it's a good thing because it drives you along the way in your life. It makes you motivated to do more and to do better. So I don't think it's another bad thing. It's just, of course, if it does affect you, if it's affecting your life in a bad way, of course you should roll back a little bit. But I don't think that thinking that you're special is a bad thing. I don't know. I don't think it is. Setting unrealistic goals. I don't usually set unrealistic goals, to be honest. I don't. I always try to aim of what is possible in my capabilities and my abilities to do things. So no, I don't agree with the setting, unrealistic goals. Mood swings and hard time talking about other feelings seriously. Mood swings, yes, a lot. Every day, many times a day. Yeah, it can go from being super happy and go completely straight down to hell. And dealing with the mood swings is not easy because people around you can get really annoyed by it. But again, people that knows me for a long time, they know how to deal with me, and they always been supportive. They never complain because they know me. We grew up together, so it's totally fine. And as for taking other feelings seriously, no, that's not true. I do take other feelings seriously, especially if they're my friends. If they're not friends, well, I don't know. It's none of my business. It's none of my problem. So why should I take them seriously? It depends, of course, on how serious it is, right? Drive to win whatever it takes. Yes, I do. I don't like being defeated, or I don't like to lose. So I do like to win. And again, it's a good thing. It makes you motivated and it drives you in a good way in life, I think. So it's not a bad thing. Fantasize about unlimited success, money, and power. Alright. Who doesn't? Who doesn't fantasize about being rich, powerful, and have a lot of money and do whatever you want? I mean, seriously, everybody do that. I mean, seriously, of course I do think about it and I fantasize, oh, what if I have, 2 million pounds, whatever. Yeah, I will do this, I will do that. Everybody do that. I mean, seriously, come on. Okay, let's move on. Insecurity underneath the grand exterior. Yes, there is. Because when I look handsome and cool in my rock outfit and I do think that I am gorgeous, that I'm sexy, underneath that, there is an insecure person who is just looking for approval, and it's all related to the self-esteem, self-confidence, and what we talked about before. So it's related to that as well. So yes, and there is a problem behind that. So another thing related to the personality disorder and being narcissistic at the same time. So I try to get feedback from the way I dress, but also it's for me is a way of express myself. It's not just the way I dress, but I do reflect how I feel when I dress in a certain way. If I dress like now, for example, I'm not really dressing in a rock star way. It's because maybe I feel okay, normal, I don't want to show off too much. But when I do go out, I use my super fancy hat, my fairy coat, and platform shoes, and a necklace, and jewels, rings, and everything. So yeah, I do like that. I want others to be envious, but often I am the jealous one. Yes, it is true. Unfortunately, it is true. Sometimes I really am jealous of others, and I so therefore I would like to other people to be envious of me, but not in a bad way. It's because being jealous of someone else, it makes me go for it. Like, I want to achieve as much as you, or maybe more, so other people will be envious of me and try to do more as well. So again, it's good and bad things at the same time. It's kind of hard to deal with it. Hard feelings and grudges. I do have that since I was little. I have a lot of grudges, and I still have hard feelings for many things that happened, and I don't know why I cannot forgive and forget. And the craving of vengeance, for things that happened when I was little, and I remember them all. Even the recent one, the old ones, I still have them, hanging there in my mind and waiting for vengeance. And yeah, this is one of the things that I would like to get rid of, to be honest. That is not pleasant, but yes, all it is true. I cannot stand criticism, and I do make excuses and refuse to take responsibility for my flaws and failures. Sometimes I do not like to have bad criticism, and because you think you failed, so you don't like the bad feedback. But I try to take it as good as possible, as well as possible, and I'll try to just not think about it too much. Making excuses and refuse to take my responsibility for my flaws and failures depends on occasions. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If I do that with friends and people that I really do know, I don't do that. But with other people, maybe I do that because it's probably convenient. I do have a mask, so the personality disorder thing, and yeah, what can I do? So this is pretty much what I wanted to tackle in this video. Just few crucial points and the sad truth behind the NPD. But there are more things to say. There are many other things to say. There's more to say, and I wish I can be more sober in my thoughts right now to get in more details, and I will in another video. I promise I will get into more details with more examples, stories about specific stories about what happened, so I can actually tackle all these details in the specific. So until now, I hope this video will raise a little bit of awareness about the NPD and what are the causes and how to deal with it. And if you have good friends, that really helps. And also try not to think too much, because that's what people with NPD do, is thinking too much, overthinking. So in the next video I'll try to make more examples and stories about this. So yeah, in the next video I'll try to do that, and so I'll see you soon, guys. Bye bye.